up across the road, grabs me,
Wow.
takes me into the aisle, and hands me the mic.
You're a chosen one.
It was just, man, it was just like that. It was just like that. And as I was saying, there was no time to like, oh, what do I do? What do I do?
Gotta show up. Go big or go home.
Well, the thing that I know that I do is sing.
That's
you know
it.
what I mean? And so she went from singing to this.
Wow.
And just handed me the mic and stepped back, and I just went in. Now, the thing that's so crazy is that a perfect stranger, right? I'm just a kid sitting in the audience. You know what I mean? So
Exactly.
that's what was really the beauty of it all, is just being this kid sitting in the audience and get chosen like that.
So that was just divine intervention.
Divine all
That's
day
exactly what it
long,
was.
all day long. And the Philadelphia Tribune was in the house reviewing the play.
Oh, so you had everything
and they
lined up
caught
for
it.
you.
They caught it.
Everything
it was amazing.
was caught up for you.
It was amazing.
Oh, wow. So, all right. So let me, I don't mean to be too much of a fan, but I am a huge fan of Showtime at the Apollo.
Oh, my God.
So
Yay.
take me back when you won Amateur Night at the Apollo.
So the Apollo Theater, good Lord. It was so like awesome, brother. Okay, so we are, oh my God, I think I was 19 or 20 years old.
Okay.
When I was, when I went up and auditioned for them. And before I even did that, I was doing a play. How I found out about Amateur Night was a lighting director at a theater where I was working.
Okay.
Was the LD for the Apollo. He pulled me aside one night. He said, yo, man, you're dope. I think you should like check out the Apollo Amateur Night. I think you might have a shot. I said, well, I've never been. He said, yo, come up one night and just observe. So I went up, rolled up, sat in the lighting booth with him and watched the show. And I was like, now this is pre-telecast days, by the way.
Okay.
All right. So the Apollo was really legendary for shenanigans. Like, I mean, bad. When I tell you mad shenanigans, they used to be like, people did throw stuff on stage.
Are you serious?
Sandman was a real person with
Legit.
a real hook. People got booed, laughed at, like, oh, it was brutal. So when I witnessed it, he came to me after the show. He said, so, what do you think? And you know what? I said, you know what? If they boo me, man, I'm going to go and become this lawyer.
Okay.
That's the only other thing that I could have seen myself doing. So I said, you know what? If they boo me, it's over.
Okay.
I ain't gonna spend another day doing this.
Okay.
You know, because I know what I think I have, and I know what all those other standing ovations told me that I have. But if this crowd in here boos me tonight, on my night, I'm out. Because this is the world stage now. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah,
it's not a
absolutely.
high school play. It's not in a little nightclub. It's now you're on a legendary stage, and these hundreds of people are like, if you don't have it, we finna tear you up. If you got it, you better bring it to us. So when I watched the show, I saw the people. I saw how they get you. I was like, you can't be standing up there giving them a chance to not like your shoes, don't like your haircut, because they'll go in on it. And then you'll be like trying to get them first notes out over the booze because your shoes are whack, right? No.
So you was all in.
I told the MD, I said, look here, when I hit center stage, brother, I'm going to be on the verse. So when they say, Robert G., start the introduction. And it worked like magic. It was magic. And I hit my mark and hit that first line.
Boom.
Everything must change. That first line, and the house went crazy. And so it was actually 35 contestants.
35?
Yes, this is what the Apollo used to be.
Good night.
And then they work it down. So it was crazy. But that night was amazing. Amazing. You rubbed the log.
Yeah.
I was contestant number 7. They booed the first 5 right off the stage. They came and got me so quick I couldn't believe it. I said, it can't be. They said, yo, it's rough out there. They said, it's rough out there tonight. And so I was like, okay, this is it. This is the tipping point. Like, if it don't happen, if they don't give me love, that's it. I'm out of here. So it was beautiful.
went good.
It was beautiful. Man.
Speaking of iconic theaters, how was performing at the Howard?
The Howard was bomb
So much tradition
last
and
night.
history.
It was so bomb. First of all, shout out to Loose Ends featuring Jane Eugene. Queen Eugene, I love you.
Good
Thank
show.
you for the opportunity to open for you. And it just grew into, I was originally supposed to do one song, and then it grew into a set in New York. So shout out to you for that love, that love, that love, that love. That love was so beautiful. And DC gave me love. That's what I was.
That's what we do.
Listen, when you go to a stage and you are doing originals and people give you love, they rocking with you, they clapping with you, you see them out there partying on your joint.
Yeah. We show love.
They don't get let me tell you something. DC showed love last night. So Howard, big ups to you. Thank you.
That's what's up. Now, my show that I co-host, Divergent Thought, we go over a myriad of social and economic issues that plague our community and also the world at large. And so just to pivot away from your career, we would like to get just a brief synopsis on your thought process, if possible, of this past election and how do you feel as though this country could possibly move forward with our president-elect?
I think that the first thing is that the country, all the events that led up to the election were just unbelievable, right? I think that what was uncovered and unearthed was that there is a dark, very ugly history that is in this dirt. This dirt is bloody. That's just the bottom line.
It is what it is.
It is what it is. So so all the events leading up to that were unbelievable in terms of, dang, people are like flagrantly foul right now. You know what I mean? And just going in on each other and that kind of stuff. So I just basically on that tip, I was just maintaining my own personal peace and I focused on my project and things of that nature so that I wouldn't get caught up in the whirlwind of negativity, right? Because I'm all about moving the conversation forward, right? But you cannot move a conversation forward that we're not having the proper conversation.
Amen to that.
The proper conversation is about systemic racism and is about the oppression in the financial areas, redlining neighborhoods, gentrification.
Come on.
It's real dialogue on a real level, and it's about family maintenance. Like it's about the family. Stop looking out there, asking them to do anything with us having $4 trillion in spending power.
Come on.
We don't need to ask anybody for permission anymore. But the thing is, you got to understand what is the root of that. Why are we asking, is it okay? Why are we asking that?
Systemically, why are we still doing
we know why we're asking that. It's one of the vestiges of slavery. It's a long history here. So I could get down in this. But what I'm going to say is, for the country to move forward, we've got to have real time dialogues with the family, us. Us. And when we decide that we're going to buy up our neighborhoods and we're going to buy the businesses in our neighborhoods and that we're going to build schools and we're going to do that kind of stuff, we're ready to move the conversation forward and we're ready to say, listen, you're going to respect me, you're going to respect my money, you're going to respect my children, my wife, my husband, my partner, you're going to respect us.
That's it.
You're going to respect this brown skin. And so, but until we just turn the focus inward, it's about us.
That's it.
It's about us. And then when we decide, I'm going to heal. All of that won't even matter. It won't even matter what's going on out there because we have taken control of ourselves, our money, our families. We have a lot to do. But it's about us. I'm not trying to have no dialogue with nobody else about what I need to talk to my family about. I'm about to talk to my family. And so the family has to get together and have real conversations. And our millionaires and billionaires and trillionaires, they're out there. And if they don't love their brown skin, they're not going to help you. They're not going to have the conversation. But guess what? If 1 trillion people with $1, come on. Do you hear what I'm saying?
I hear you.
Like if y'all ain't in, cool.
We got it.
Let's keep the conversation moving. All right, do you have $1? If 1 million people with $1 decide we're not doing that anymore,
absolutely,
that's going to be felt.
That's how
that ripple is going to be felt, and it's going to be real, and that's how it starts. Stop if the big money don't want to do it that way, then we do it by bits and pieces. But we do it. That's how the conversation gets moved forward. We have to do something, because if we get caught up in the name calling and the this and the that, and I got some of the stuff I saw on the news, man, I was like, yo.
Extremely hurtful. Extremely
hurtful. People doing that kind of stuff was just disgusting, man. So for me, the blessing for me was being completely engulfed in my project, completely engulfed in recording, mixing, mastering, writing. And I would peek in, but then I'd dip out. Because
you can't get caught up in it too long.
Because you know what? Robert G. the EP is the counter dialogue. Pardon me.
Yeah.
Robert G. the EP is the counter dialogue. It is love where there's hate. It's forgiveness where there's unforgiveness. You understand? So that's what my thing is. All of those things are real. Being angry is real, you know. But there's a place where you have to say, okay, I'm going to be angry, but am I through with you? You know? Now, if I'm through with you, I'm going to be through with you. But if we need to just start over, then there's a track that says, let's start over. Let's start this conversation again. We got off on the wrong foot. You feel me?
Yeah.
We got off on the wrong foot. So let's talk about this on a real level. So for me, I'm offering the counter dialogue. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to be caught up in rhetoric. If we're not moving the conversation forward, I'm dipping out of that conversation and into the progressive conversation. What are we doing?
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? That's what. So for me, that's how we can move forward with the president-elect. You know, if it's possible to move forward in that regard, you understand? Because all things remain to be seen. You know, we will see what we will see shortly. We will see, and if not, then we know what we have to do.
Exactly.
We know what we have to do, and if we don't do it, then you deserve whatever the outcome of that is.
Absolutely, I agree. Well, one last question before we sign off.
Yeah.
I know you are a pioneer in R&B and soul, and you've been in the game for a long time. A very long time. Yeah, a lot of people in this genre has been in the game for a long time. But if you had to collaborate with one rap or pop, or I'm going to say, excuse me, one rap or hip hop artist, who would it be?
Oh, man. If he was here, it would definitely be Tupac. If he was here.
Okay.
Only because, like, that's the rap voice that I heard.
Okay.
Now, there was 1,000 voices out there, but, you know, everybody is not for everybody.
Absolutely.
So the voice that reached me and tuned me into rap was Tupac. Right now, Common. I would love to, you know, to be on a conscious joint with him. Talib Kweli, another brother that they just walking heavy with it. You know what I mean? Kendrick Lamar, like they just walking heavy in the content. You feel me? So these are brothers that I would love to collaborate with, but you know, I'm definitely on some Common right now. It's like, yeah. That's a voice that I'm hearing.
Okay.
You know what I mean? It's pinging. So it's like, yeah, I'm tuned into him. And so definitely, those are brothers that right now definitely interest me. And there's a brother, and I'm going to shout him out because he's on the project. There's a young brother out of Baltimore, K Fields.
Okay, close by.
That he's on my joint, Let's Start All Over, the song I was just talking about, right? It's a hip hop type joint. And he came with it. Like, he walked heavy on that joint. So, you know, definitely. And people are like, it's interesting that you have like a rapper breaking out on your joint. I said, because that's real. Like, I'm not one of those artists that been in the game a long time and didn't pay attention.
Right. Okay.
Understand? I paid attention, and I kept my ear to the pavement so that I would know. Okay, though I'm gonna bring something that's age appropriate for me. You know what I mean? I'm gonna let Chris Brown is Chris Brown.
Right.
You understand? I'm in the other generation ahead of him.
Okay.
You understand?
Absolutely.
So I'm gonna bring something that's appropriate for us. Like last night, everybody at the Howard was like, "Yo, I'm going to get that EP tonight," like because it's for the grown and sexy people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I'm gonna bring something like that, but I'm gonna be that when you put it on, it ain't gonna sound like 1972.
Right.
It ain't gonna sound like that. Sonically, it's gonna be able to be played behind a Chris Brown or behind a Mary J and all that kind of stuff. Sonically, you got to be sonically relevant.
It's still trending right there.
Yeah, you understand what I'm saying? You got to be like that. So it's all love, man. So it's all love.
Well, that's my time, Mr. Robert G. Man, it was
Barrington,
a sincere
thank
pleasure.
you, brother.
And please tell
absolutely.
our listeners and watchers out there where they can get your current EP.
The EP is available right now on iTunes, Amazon, Apple Music, Beats, Spotify. I'm everywhere. It's right now. It went live yesterday on 11/11, and I heard that there is some divine synchronicity in that number, and I'm counting on you people. I'm counting on you, your love, your support for classic soul and R&B with a real contemporary feel to it. And you can find me at robertgee.com. Yes.
That's it. All right, folks. That's it. We're signing off. Y'all take care.
Peace.